friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lily and I work as a registered practical nurse who's also in school right now, bridging to get my BSCN. In this video, I would like to take you guys to work with me and I'll show you what it's like to work as a postpartum nurse, or some people call it a mother-baby nurse, during this pandemic. So it's currently about 5 p.m. I just woke up for my night shift. I couldn't sleep that well today. Actually woke up at around 2-3 p.m. so I stayed in bed for another 2 hours to squeeze as much sleeping time as I can between my 12-hour shifts. Here are actually my nursing essentials. Some water just in case I get thirsty, my smartwatch, hair tie, and obviously my glasses because I need to see. So I'm gonna put those things on and go freshen up in the bathroom. Okay, so I just washed my face. Gonna do some moisturizer with some SPF because it is still bright outside and no one likes UV damage on your precious skin. So normally when I prepare for a night shift, I try to sleep in bed as much as possible until 4 to 5 p.m. to make sure I get adequate rest and that I'm not gonna be working like a zombie for the 12 hours. So usually I would actually have food prepped beforehand. So I have something I could just microwave now for, I guess it'd be dinner time for normal people, but breakfast time for me. But when I was meal prepping, I didn't make enough this time. So I'm actually gonna buy food today. I already ordered sushi on my phone, so I'm gonna be picking those up soon. Okay, so I put on my reusable mask. This was a donation by the community sewing club, I believe, to the hospital I work at. So I was able to grab one of these. It's really nice if you have to go grocery shop or pick up something real quick like my dinner today. I already pre-packed my lunch bag and I have my purse here, so I'm gonna drive over to the restaurant real quick. It's so sunny. So I just parked and it's so nice. This mask is actually tieable, so it's adjustable. So I'm trying to support as many local restaurants as I can, and the sushi restaurant is actually kind of close to my hospital. They offer a 10% discount for frontline workers, so I've been ordering from them pretty frequently recently. Please make sure you wear a mask when you go out. Is there. So I just pick up my order. It's kind of funny because I left my badge in the car and they actually require to show your badge to get the frontline worker discount, and I was like, hey, I left it in a car, can I just go get it real quick so that you can give me the discount? And the lady was like, oh no, I've seen you before, it's fine, we'll give you the discount, just remember the badge next time. So I'm like, cool. That's how often I come here now. They recognize me. It is only 5:41, so it's actually still quite early. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna go to Tim Hortons, pick up an ice cap. I love bubble tea, but ice cap is also right up there. So I passed by a Tim Hortons on the way here, so I think I'm gonna go there. And I might even eat my sushi there because right now we're in phase 3 of reopening in Toronto and they allow dine-ins. So we will see, because the sushi can't be kept for too long without refrigeration or else it's not gonna be that fresh. The fish is gonna go bad. All right, so let me drive over real quick. So I was literally about to walk out of the Tim Hortons, but then a family got up and a table opened up, so I grabbed it. I got my sushi here. I have my ice cap, and I also ordered a camp day bracelet, which is a donation for a free camp run by Tim Hortons for children. So yay, support charities and local restaurants and your community during this really hard time. Okay, so this is the sushi I got. I think maybe while driving or handling it, I kind of messed up some of the sushi pieces, but I basically got a rainbow roll and a kamikaze roll. So this one is supposed to be a bit spicy, and this one has different fish on top. And then it seems like the soy sauce lid wasn't closed properly, so it actually spilled into the bag. But I'm gonna start eating and then maybe head to work. Wow. Okay, so I'm about to enter the employee parking lot. Oh, and yes, employees have to pay for the parking. Now, I have to mention this isn't like a typical 12-hour day shift because it's not even 7 yet, and usually I actually leave the house at 7 to drive to work, so I'm here quite early. And the reason why I'm so early because I know I'm gonna be filming, so I just don't want to be late or short on time. Yeah, so they'll be screening me for any COVID-19 symptoms or contact with COVID-19 without wearing the proper PPE, and then giving me a mask per every 4 hour of shift work, in which case I would get 3 because it's a 12-hour shift. So I'm not bringing my own mask in. So I am walking from the parking lot to the main entrance by emergency because they've limited the other entrances so that everybody can be screened in one location prior to entering the hospital. Another thing I want to note is that this entire time, like prior to eating and after eating, after touching door handles, I've been using my hand sanitizer, but because I'm filming on my phone, it's hard to sanitize and film that. So you haven't seen it on video, but trust me, I've been doing it. Entering the hospital, and then here are the screeners. Okay, so I just got my mask. The policy for visiting has been more strict during the pandemic. Anyway, so I'm gonna put on my mask and go on the unit now. So inside the bag are 3 surgical masks, and sorry I'm a little out of breath because I usually take the stairs while coming to work. So I'm gonna collect a new set of scrubs today. And then I'll say open door 4. So this one is door 4. There are my scrubs. Brand new scrubs for the shift. Okay, this is our locker room. I just put my lunch bag away and I'm gonna change into the scrubs now. So I'm just gonna put my stuff in my locker. It's full of these bags for masks, and grab my stethoscope along with my multicolored pens down here. It's super messy. I should really clean my locker up. So at the hospital I work at, for PPE, we are required to wear a face mask and face shield when interacting with patients. But a lot of us also opt in to wear scrub caps and head coverings so that we may keep our hair and head area clean as well. So it's 7:22. I'm just gonna get a face mask and get a report from day shift nurses. Okay, it is 7:29, so my shift is technically about to start I already got shift report, grabbed the face shield, brand new. There we go. Now I go through the chart. At the beginning of my shift, after I've gotten report from the day shift nurse, I like to go through all the charts of the patient assigned under my care. That includes the paper charting as well as the computer charting. I'll check for the lab reports to see if there's any critical lab values I need to follow up with the doctor and plan for my day. I've made my own report sheet that I use when I take report. It's comprehensive to the information I need to care for my postpartum patients in accordance with my hospital policies. And on the back, there are time blocks where I can write what needs to be done for the patient, and as well as when meds are due. As you can see, it holds 4 sets of report per sheet, which is the normal patient to nurse ratio here. 4 patients to 1 nurse. So it is 8:30 right now. I just got a call bell from one of my patients, and I went in, did some health teaching, expectations, discharge time, and all the pending lab work, and talked about the plan for tonight, what we're gonna work on. So she is a C-section from this morning on isolation, which means tonight we're gonna try and make sure she's able to pee because they just removed her catheter before shift switch. And then we're gonna wait for her COVID swab, blood culture results to come back. Usually C-sections will stay 48 hours, so she'll be here for another 2 nights for sure. So hopefully the results come back before she goes, so we know exactly what caused her to have a temperature spike during labor. Because they're on isolation, they're technically not allowed to leave their room for obvious reasons. We don't want them to, if they have anything, we don't want them to spread it in the hallway, in the common area. So I had to deliver everything, including new baby blankets, hot water, and pain meds. So they're my more acute patient and my main priority tonight. Mom said she intends to breastfeed, but baby hasn't been latching very well, so we'll be working on breastfeeding tonight as well. Here, I'm donning on my PPE in preparation to go into the isolation room. There are carts outside of each isolation room with reusable gowns, gloves, masks, hairnets, sanitizer, Clorox wipes, so that you don't need to go searching and gather those things from the clean supply room. I always try to bulk my nursing care, especially because they are on isolation. I'll plan what needs to be done and bring the supplies to the carts so that I can just take it in together. In this case, the parents requested formula, and I wanted to bring in this measuring hat in preparation for the mom's first void after her C-section. We can finally breathe now. So I spent over an hour and a half in my patient's room. Baby hasn't fed for over 3 hours. Very, very mucusy. Generally with mucus, we try to let baby clear it on their own. We suggest mommy to do skin to skin to help baby. Otherwise, if it's really severe, they would do a gastric lavage, which is basically pumping all the contents out of baby's stomach through a tube. Obviously, we want to give baby a bit of a fighting chance to do it on their own. So it's very common for a baby to have a lot of mucus and throw it up, especially after C-section. I'm recording a YouTube video. Do you want to say anything about working as a postpartum nurse?
I don't have babies.
Oh, I mean, then we would be out of a job. So it's currently 4:30 I'm just about to document because I help feed this baby again. Between doing my nursing tasks, there are a lot of time allocated for documenting. For postpartum nursing, it's very important to capture the baby's feeding and diaper changes, as well as the mother's lochia and fundus position. So the triage nurse just notified us that a pregnant person with the gestational age of 34 weeks and 5 days walked in mild labor. She was booked for a C-section in a few weeks, and it looks like we may have to have a C-section this morning. I'm not sure who the charge nurse will assign for scrubbing, but it may or may not be me. So I totally forgot to film the later part of my shift because I had quite a few things to do before shift change. So with the C-section, the charge nurse was nice, and she actually talked to me and asked if I wanted to take on another postpartum to free up a nurse for scrubbing the C-section, or do I want to scrub for the C-section. And I told her that I would prefer to take on another postpartum because I had a few things I planned to do, and I would and since I had a patient on isolation, I would just prefer that I go in and no one else has to get the risk of exposure on the shift. Okay. So I'm gonna drive home. The plan is to hop in the shower right away and eat my food and sleep. So thank you guys for joining me on my 12-hour night shift. I hope this gave you guys a little bit insight on what it's like nursing during this pandemic, as well as what it's like to be a postpartum nurse. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comment below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. I'm hoping to make more nursing videos in the future, so I would really appreciate if I can get any feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Have fun and love life!